recording. Fantastic. So yeah, earlier on in the presentation, we spoke about the 5 levels that we created, the first 5 levels, and from there we created the 25 strategies and the 125 Gantt projects that has come out of each one of those. And then from the project, each project has got 5 milestones, and each of the 5 milestones have got the 5 tasks. So I wanted to show where we are with how our emerging projects match now with these 5 levels that we have been building for Pi from around the beginning of the year, where we were really focused on mapping out the community as far as we could take it, to find out where the edges were on our thinking, if you like. So our International Green Council is our top 5 strategies, which is the level 5 of the 5 levels. And that's the planet level, which of course includes the people and the profit within that. And like you were saying, it has to be, it's our motto for the International Green Council is for our world. And that's everything in our world, the environment, the people, and the fact that we want sustainable income as well, in order to be able to grow our positive impact. So I've just had space here to show you the top 5 projects, which are, the top 15 projects. S22 and S21 do continue as above. I just didn't have enough space here. So you can actually see the topics, the thematic topics that we have that delivers the overall strategy. And then there's the order, like I said, the order of actually building. We would actually start building from the bottom level going up, and sometimes opportunities will come in and plug in at different levels. So we're just mapping out and reporting on how the patterns and trends happen as we grow our projects. So on the left, you have our committee. So we've got Asad, Veronica, Bronwyn, me, and Rahma on the International Green Council. And the 5 strategies are listed in the online on our website. So we are updating them because they do change all the time. But you, as our collaborators learn the system and as you get to know how these work, the idea is that we actually create an open source for strategies for any type of organization within our community. The key is learning how to understand our strategies to make them useful and then to be able to implement them. On our level 4, this is, so I'm actually going through these projects on a level 5, level 4, level 3, level 2, level 1, but they're all happening at the same time, although this level 4 project is one that isn't as well developed as the others. And this is our Research for Humanity. It's about delivering and continuing education for the planet, profit, people, as well as a couple of the other strategies. And it includes the Arts for Humanity, Sports for Humanity. Now, level 4 is future focused, and really tends to be, the nature of that level tends to be involving people, motivation, and what we found with the arts and the sports, it's something that transcends communities. So it's a language that isn't related to necessarily wealth of a community, and how we want to be using those by understanding them more and understanding how energy works with people and creating sustainable people. Through that research, we can actually start using these channels to make a difference in other communities and balancing out wealth across the global community. Claire, I'm just going to explain that Assad previously loves birds. He's a huge bird lover and expert of birds. He loved the idea that I couldn't get a picture of him. I couldn't get a picture of Claire either. And she has 3 dachshunds. So I got a picture of a dachshund, which she would love. I think we should all be represented by our pets. I think it would be really, really fun to do that. Project level 3. So these are our functioning operational levels. We've got our brands for humanity, and the team on the brands for humanity at the moment is Ahsan, Chloe, Brenda, me, and Rahma. We have Brands for Humanity are the businesses that really dedicate themselves to advancing humanity in their work. It's very much the revenue profit generating commercial level within the system. We have your NeuroCoach, which is set up and licensed in UAE. We also have our revolutioners that have been identified as those working as part of the remuneration system on projects, which is included within our model. I haven't really gone into that in a lot of detail in the last few weeks, but no doubt we will be going into detail with that soon. And we have recently started up the Revolutioners Business Club, where our members have access to immersive mentoring of organizations within their specialist fields. So level 3, I've got it's S11 to S15, again detailed on our website under the Learning Hub, and we manage those through RIPE, which is our project management system. Level 2 is Thriving Roots, and these are our community projects. So this is really what we learn at grassroots that we can map out and implement somewhere else. All the levels interact with each other in quite a intricate way. Our team for Thriving Roots, we've got Murtaza, Jennifer, Wendy, me and Rahma. This is about project excellence with delivery, maintaining project standards, scheduling projects, and how we can learn from a community project. For example, a lot of the work that Murtaza has done is delivering positive impact on communities here in the UAE, is how do we learn from those in a way that we can roll them out everywhere else in the world. And then it's really supporting the facilitation of others, for example, Sister Rita, who's working with us, and how we can implement that in India and support her development in delivering community projects. And then Igniting Sparks is a major piece, which is around driving social value. Within Igniting Sparks, we've got Legacy and we've got Wealth Angels. It's really the education, the enrichment curriculum, the education piece, where we are evening out, if you like, levels of education, both within or across communities. So taking best practice wealth management education, which is the work that Becky's been working on, into orphanages in other parts of the world. So not only are we helping enrichment with regards to, it could be carpentry skills that Murtaza's working on, it could be embraining and understanding oneself and the work that Wendy does, and how we can take that into any part of the globe now and any community worldwide, where they get access to world-class development and enrichment in addition to their academic approach, to drive that social value within a community. The team on that is Ahsan, Jennifer, Wendy, Becky, and Sasha. And it's really driving knowledge of how to, not only their skills, but how they can manage their wealth when they create wealth within their local community, how they can manage a business. Legacy is very much the corporate management and achieving investment in companies, which is traditionally something that has been reserved for certain levels of class, even globally and in wealthier countries. So how we're reporting our learnings, all our projects are referenced with the L's, the S's, the G's, the M's, and the T's and N's, and they're in RIKE. Asen's helping, both Asen and Chloe are helping with managing the RIKE system. And this is within our roles, we've got the enablers that are the ones that are bringing everything, so reporting back into the model itself. So one thing is having the plan, the next is actually when you're putting it into action or into a context, it will vary slightly, and we're constantly changing and learning and adapting to handle those variations. We report back using the IMBIA system, which also goes into RIKE. Over the next month or so, we're going to start becoming more systematic about that reporting, because from RIKE we can actually export out into a project report, and that's what we want to be doing really across all of our projects, so that we can publish the data. We have on our website the Learning Hub, which is on purposefulinnovations.org, innovators rather. And in the Learning Hub, we've got lessons and strategy from S1 to S25. The concept behind that is that once we've implemented something, we have good learnings on how to do it. We've got those documented. We can help teach others that want to learn. And using the model, we've got some indicative things like pricing and remuneration. Those that have been worked out according to the algorithm, and we'll find out as we move forward and grow and implement those, whether we were on target, if you like, for what emerges as opportunities in the market. And finally, at level 5, which is the Scrivener app, again, to the same referencing, we're publishing the full model explanation and all the projects that we're learning alongside the step-by-step. So again, all the power of 5 and all 5 levels within that, so that we can actually self-publish the final textbook of the entire model that enables people to look things up and understand the strategies with what we've done. And yeah, being able to share, I think, is the stage that we are at now as we move into the 5 verticals and implementing those. And that's it. So how to get involved. We've got volunteers and revolutioners. Volunteers are typically volunteering your support for up to 10 hours a month. Revolutioners is getting involved in the project work itself. And more part of the remuneration, which works according to an algorithm based on contribution. So please email me or Wendy, and we can have a chat, or you can go online and sign up using one of those forms on the volunteer page or the Revolutioner chain page. Let us know what you're interested in, and if it's general, then we'll have a chat and see what you're interested in and get you involved that way.